This is news
currently
updates.
at the global internet space is the arrival of number 47, the president of the United States of America, down to China. Currently, as we speak, we have seen the motor arcade, the convoy or the escort of the president of the United States of America heading down to Beijing, right from the airport. It is a very strategic, mission the president of the United States of America has just set forth down to China. And I can tell you, the Chinese president, Mr. Xi Jinping, and the people of Republic of China are also very excited, very happy that the president of the United States of America is paying this visit. And because, for the record, it is over 9 years ago since the president of the United States of America visited China the last. It was principally Donald Trump in 2017, in November 2017, during his first tenure, that he paid a visit to China. And today, again, after 9 years, Donald Trump is making another visit. And this time, it is strategic. Is the most talked about visit at the moment because of the geopolitics, because of the tech wars, the battle, and the proxy wars between China and the United States of America. But from what we are seeing currently, and based on so many experts' submission, you can see from right from the airport, the Republic of China hoisted American flags in preparation. There were a whole lot of serene security deployment, down to the highways to welcome the president of the United States of America. And not only that, another thing that is also very significant is that China has to waive the ban and the sanction against Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State of the United States of America, who was sanctioned and banned by the Republic of China way back in 2020 or 2022 or thereabout, that he cannot travel to China. But now they have to lift all of those sanctions, and in order to allow Marco Rubio to travel with the president of the United States of America. And now, what is actually being most talked about currently is the fact that Donald Trump is not flying to China alone. Donald Trump flew to China with who is who in the United States of America, with the A-team. When you talk about the American dream, these are the men, the Timbers and Calibers, who are responsible for bringing that American dream to reality. I am talking about the CEOs of who is who, the CEOs of companies that makes up America. I am talking about CEOs that makes America to ring a bell at the global stage, the who is who. So Donald Trump is flying with all of these CEOs down to America. And before we begin to get more into details, let me just give you a clue, a hint of who and who are among the CEO that flew down to China with the president of the United States of America. So, as you can rightly see on the screen, Apple is well represented by Tim Cook, and then BlackRock is also there, Larry Fink. The Blackstone is there by Steven Schwarzman. The Boeing aircraft. Many of you know about Boeing. Most of the United States of American aircraft are produced by Boeing. Now, not only United States of America, so many aircraft across the globe, across the world, are being made by Boeing. Then we have Kelly Odberg. And then we have the Cargill, represented by Brian Sykes or Brian Sykes. Then we have Citi, represented by Jane Fraser. And we have Coherent, represented by Jim Anderson. We have GE Aerospace, represented by H. Lawrence Gulp. Then we have Tesla or SpaceX, represented by popular Elon Musk. And then we have Visa Card, represented by Ryan. And then we also have Qualcomm, represented by Cristiano Amon. Then we have Micron, represented by Sanjay. Then we have Meta. Many of you, where they do content for Facebook, Meta was duly represented equally by Dina Powell. And then we have MasterCard, represented by Mr. Michael. And then we have Illumina, represented by Jacob. And then we have Goldman Sachs, represented by David Solomon. We also had that at the 11th Tower, when they had a stopover, I think in Alaska, that the CEO of NVIDIA also joined, the movement down to China. Whether you like it or not, there are a whole lot of tensions going on now globally. And that is why this Donald Trump's visit to China is very strategic. And expert opinion and submissions are already speculating that there are chances of having the biggest economic announcement between these two world powers. Yes, whether you like it or not, speculations are saying that China is proposing to invest $1 trillion in the United States of America. So if that announcement of China, of United States of America and China economic partnership, then it's going to be the biggest. It's going to be the biggest in the world at large. So if at the end of the day, there is this new economic China-US agreement, this will in turn mark the beginning of a massive Chinese investment once again down to the United States of America, and it will bring about financial market stabilization, trade and manufacturing realignment, and most importantly, a potential geopolitics geopolitical de-escalation, especially with respect to what is going on at the Middle East. Some persons from Iran were already, showing skepticism that if the Republic of China makes a new massive economic agreement and partnership with the United States of America, that it may hurt Iran's interest. But some of them are also saying that it is not a problem, that China has the liberty to make economic partnership and agreement with the United States of America. But the fact remains that the war, the proxy war, the economic war, the tech wars, the battles, between China and US have all been going on for quite a time now. And I can categorically tell you that Xi Jinping would want to make this new deal. He would want to make a deal with the United States of America and de-escalate a whole lot of tensions, because now China is suffering. USA has taken Venezuela away from China, which supplies them cheap oil. And now the tension is at Iran. The focus is on Iran. And the chokehold is also affecting the Republic of China. So China would want to have a new relationship with the United States of America in order to ease tension and also advance their trade. Because whether you like it or not, I've told you people in one of my videos that China has a very beautiful a very beautiful military. But unfortunately, they have not been to war, a catastrophic war like the US soldiers have always been engaging. So they have a very beautiful decorative soldiers. Their march pass is always awesome, always in alignment, always in synchrony, that you will be so marveled when you watch them, perform before you. So China may have some fleet of military, fighter jet and all of that. But sometimes some persons may say it is for decoration and for show off. China is more interested in trade, buying cheap material, cheap articles, advancing their technology through trade and all of that. So that is what they know how to do best, in my own opinion. They may not be interested in any form of military confrontation. So when you look at that, you begin to see that there is a need for Xi Jinping and the Republic of China, collectively to realign with the United States of America trade-wise, as well as de-escalating the geopolitical tension that is already existing, because the economy of China is also showing some high level of cracks as a result of what is going on in the Middle East, and for the fact that Venezuela oil has already been cut off to their lifeline. So these are some of the issues. And again, there are other issues to be discussed in China with the Chinese president, by the president of the United States of America, One of them, for example, is the arms deal between the United States of America and Taiwan. China is opposing the USA not to sell arms and ammunition to Taiwan. So they will also throw that open. Maybe there will be compromises this time, which will also go a long way towards China compelling Iran towards making a deal, looking at the trajectory of events. So that will also be discussed. Equally, there are many other messages that were sent to number 47, the President of the United States of America, by the Congress. Things that needs to be addressed with the Republic of China with respect to some other United States of American citizens, who are living in China, and those who have some issues, police case and all of that. So there are a whole lot of messages that were delivered in black and white by the Congress to the President of the United States of America. So this mission is very strategic. It's very important to the United States of America. It's very important to China, and it's also very important, for geopolitics. So let's fingers crossed. Let's see what will be the outcome of the entire visit. But as much as we can see, the people of China were excited seeing the logistics aircraft of the United States of America, the C-17 Globemaster, arrive in China, such a huge aircraft, as well as the Air Force One. We could see the citizens of the Republic of China, in excitement, making video clips on the arrival of United States of American C-17 Globemaster, as well as Air Force One. So all fingers crossed. I'm very optimistic, by my own calculations. Also, having an exit route in case everything goes south, in this very meeting. You know what I mean? So, but hopefully, with the presence of the squad that Donald Trump has landed in China.